I'm a nice man. Yeah, I'm a nice man. I love to love 'em. I love to kick 'em. I love to shove 'em. I love to stick 'em.
Hard Rock Life.
Yeah, we're here with Mike Adams from A Lost Words. How's it going, Mike?
Good. How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Yeah, no problem at all. Happy to be here.
Yeah, dude. It's I'm so fucking happy you decided to do it. We go back kind of a ways. We had a lot of good times back in the day.
Long time.
Yeah, man. For those who don't know what your job is on A Lost Words, just tell them.
So I joined A Lost Words in 2003, and I played bass and wrote about half the songs and sang harmonies. 21 years.
Yeah. Jesus
Good
Christ.
Lord.
That goes by fast.
I know.
Yeah.
And we used to play shows with you guys back in the day.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I gave it to you or I mailed it to somebody else. I had a Jay Jansen t-shirt. It was like a white outline of a body with like said Jay Jansen in red.
Dude, those were the worst t-shirts ever.
Oh man, That
was our friend Donley. That was on the he was the figure on the t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, our shirts was so bad, dude.
Do you remember Donley, man? Do you remember him from the shows?
I remember the name. I'm sure I would remember his face.
God, he's crazy. He ended up
My
being
memories.
like. Oh, go ahead, dude.
Oh, you go.
Yeah, no, he ended up being like the sound guy for Arcade Fire, or
Okay.
something like that for the Arcade Fire. Yeah, he went on tour with that, but yeah, that dude was a riot, and that band was a lot of fun. But we had so much fun playing with you guys. That is some of the most nostalgic, like, best times of my life.
Man, little hall shows on the South Shore. I think did we play in like Raynham or somewhere weird as well, like just random hall shows everywhere.
Yeah, and we did a coffee shop show in like East Bridgewater. I think you were in the band then. I think that's like right when you joined. I might be wrong, but like
it's like right where that liquor store is on 18, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's like right when you joined. At the time, it was Last Ride, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
I remember I started playing, like I filled in for them shows starting in '99.
That means I played shows with you when I was like 15.
Social figure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, and then was it us that we played like called like Club Exit 23 or Club Exit something?
Exit 23 in Haverhill.
Yeah,
That's
Haverhill.
always...
So yeah.
Yeah, man, those shows were always good. I think the one we played with you at that coffee shop was my trio Chasing Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And there was like some Abington, Mass, Whitman, Mass beef, and like a fight broke out.
Oh yeah. I'll never say names, but yeah, there was a lot of people getting smashed through tables and shit. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It was crazy. I just remember trying to defuse the whole thing.
And I'm just like, probably like 15 years old, horrified. It's like,
I don't even know what the fuck that was. Like, it
wasn't. I know it was just kids from another town being like, I don't know, stupid, childish.
Dude, I think it was
drama.
I think it was jock beef because like your band and my band wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And it was like all like the football players of like both different towns.
Yeah, it was definitely jock beef.
And they were all our friends.
Yeah.
It's so funny when I like reflect about times like that because like we grew up in a time where like jocks and like the people in bands, they all hung out together.
Oh yeah. Everybody was friends with everybody.
Yeah, for real, yeah. And you being from Abington, like that was like everybody hung out with everybody, man.
Yeah, from South Shore's a pretty close knit, at least in like like we would always hang out with the Whitman kids and Bridgewater kids, Hanson kids, Rockland kids fuck them.
Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Fuck
We were
'em.
at we were at breakfast one time. I think it was at Martin. I forget the name of the breakfast place, but like there was like a couple old couples, like these old timers were like, I forget, they were listening to us talk. And like, you see these girls, their wives or whatever. See, Taylor's old as time. Kids from Abington would go to Rockland and take their women, and then is this live?
No, it's not. It's not.
All right, good. We might have to edit some shit out.
We don't do much editing, Mikey.
Oh, good lord.
Dude,
Yeah, we just put them on the back of our motorcycles and brought them back to Abington.
That's a fucking riot. Dude,
I spent.
Hanson and Rockland had a very similar thing. And Hanson
It's
and
so
Rockland,
weird,
it's been
dude.
going on
Why?
forever. Because Rockland kids just want to fucking fight everybody, but they get beat up.
Yeah, that's also very true.
Yeah, but
It's
aren't
so
you
specific to you?
aren't you a Rockland kid?
No, well, I was born in my whole family is from Rockland.
Yeah.
My mom and dad and all my cousins.
My mother's from Rockland too.
You're a Rockland kid too.
No, I'm Abingtonian, but
I'm
yeah.
a-
no!
I'm a Hansonite, bro.
I lived
Yeah,
right on.
yeah.
I lived right on 18, right over the Whitman border.
I didn't drink the water those
Oh,
fucking
okay.
Rockland kids drink.
I grew up in North Abington, and then I've been bouncing around all over the place since. And, you know, I got like I get too antsy staying in one place.
Yeah, sure, man. And just for the record, I do have a lot of family and loved ones in Rockland. No harm.
So do I. That's where a lot of my mom's family still is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you have been all over the place, man.
I know. Yeah, I'm in Nashville now.
Yeah.
I've been here, I think, 2.5 years. Before that, you know, I actually was in Central Mass, like just outside of Worcester, but like in the country on a lake. It was actually dope.
Where were
And
you?
then,
Where were you? I lived out there too.
I lived in Charlton.
Get the fuck out of here. That's
Yeah.
a riot, dude. I lived on the Charlton Southbridge line.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah,
dude, I love.
Go ahead.
Dude,
That's
Central Mass
that's
is-
so
it's like a
fucked.
it's like a hidden gem, dude. I fucking loved it. Charlton was beautiful and peaceful, and I worked in, you know, obviously I was doing music still, like with a lost words more than I
That's
am
so
now.
weird.
And just I helped open up a brewery called Greater Good, which is the first all imperial brewery. Everything. The thing
Yeah.
that's insane to me is we're in Worcester, which is obviously not as bad as it used to be, but
Yeah.
you know, like, when 8% is the lowest amount of beer, and you're giving these to people from Worcester, like, I'm surprised it wasn't fucking shootouts every day.
Yeah, I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's really funny. I lived on the Charlton Southbridge line. Hung out mostly in Charlton.
Yeah.
Because why the fuck would I hang out in Southbridge?
Yeah, exactly.
Except for the Chinese buffet they had there. They have an
Ooh.
amazing buffet there, and god damn it, I can't think of the name. I would love to plug them right now, though.
I forget the name of it too. I've been there.
Yeah, you went with me. It was a fucking great place.
Golden something.
Yeah,
right.
I'm sure.
I'm trying to think, because I didn't go to Southbridge much, but I went through when I was going to, what's it called? It's, you know where the Yankee Spirits is?
Yes. Yeah.
What's the name of that town? It's like a really nice town. We used to take the field trip there to go.
Yeah, to the old.
Spencer.
No,
It's not Spencer. It's gonna drive me insane.
Yeah, me too. Cause like there's this little part of that town that you could visit, and it was like the old version of that town.
Yeah, it's like colonial thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
John Bon Jovi lived there. What the
Really?
Sturbridge.
Sturbridge,
Sturbridge
I love
Village.
that. Dude, that is
Yeah.
that's like a town out of a movie,
Mhm.
like an Americana movie.
For sure.
But that liquor store, Yankee Spirits, has the biggest beer selection.
Oh wow, really?
It's a chocolate factory for beer people.
No
So-
shit.
I would go there. It's one of my favorite places in the world because like I love beer. I'm not a snob. I'll slam Bud Lights and Rolling Rocks, but I love like crazy funky stuff. And
Yeah.
so I would go there. I'd be like, all right, it's Friday. I'm giving myself $80. That's my limit. And I would just grab a basket and I would go up and down the aisles grabbing singles, and like they would, have stuff in the back that they weren't selling it, but I was there. So they're like, yeah, we get this one, Okay, it's didn't try to. If I spent more than like $15 on a beer, it had to have been a special occasion, But like I would get all the hardest. One of the the two hardest things about being landlocked in Nashville are no ocean, because I'm a Portuguese from the South Shore. I grew up on the water.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then the beer. I'm not knocking the beer here. It's just it's a different universe where we're from. We are spoiled.
Really?
Yeah, we're probably like 8 years behind here.
No shit. So it's not just Bob.
Yeah.
It's not just Bob Pizza.
No, Bob Pie I missed too. Yeah. But like, I remember I'd never gotten sick. I got sick in Japan from food once. It's the first time I ever got food poisoning, which is a story we can get into.
Yeah,
But,
I would love to.
I'm almost 40, and I've never had a foodborne illness until I moved here, and it was like the first week, and we went to some place, I won't say the name, but it was like Buckashuck, and I'm like, well, it's voices, and it's $1. So me and Maddie, who also lives here, we live together here. I think there was 6 of us that went out. 3 of us got violently fucking ill, and
Oh,
3 of us
boy.
were fine.
No.
I did it. So now I'm like, you're in treacherous water going with raw seafood here.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But I've still done it a bunch of times.
Sure,
You're gonna
of
have to
course,
pry
of
it-
course.
Pry an oyster from my cold dead hand.
Yep. Oh yeah, of course, man. Well, dude, dude, you've been everywhere, man, and in a lost for words, like, I mean, you guys were international. You fucking toured everywhere for a very long time, and
Yeah.
and you're still technically a band, aren't you?
Yeah, I
you-
guess.
There was
So
never an official "we broke up" thing.
Well, we did. It was in 2015 because we were just fried, and we were like, all right. I mean, we had been toasted for a while on it, and we were just like, it's time to stop beating the fucking horse, So we
Sure.
did the last shows in 2015 or whatever, and we took a couple of years off. But now it's more like we'll get show offers, and it's just like friends being like, you want to hop on the show? Like, a Jada, remember, hit us up for that show in Worcester. We're like, okay, yeah, we'll fly home for that. And
That's
then,
amazing.
Like, Newfound Glory asked us if we would do their 20th anniversary show. So, like, I will never tour again, ever. I don't even care what the money
Aw,
is.
really?
I
It's too
hate-
expensive
I hate
now.
it. And it's the most miserable fucking thing. But it's a kid's game. But
Sure.
but now I'm perfectly content with playing a show a year, 2 shows a year. If we have festival offers, like basically I just take it as finally paying dividends. Like
Yeah.
I get a flight home and I stay for a week, or I get a flight to the UK and I turn it into a vacation. We play last time we did it a couple years ago, I think we played 3 shows, but I was there for 2 weeks. I'm like, well, I'm gonna take advantage. So like never made money really, but at least I can get some summer vacation out of it.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, and you guys,
But,
at this point, you're doing it because you love it.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We're doing it. We got the old crew back together from our first record, The Kids Can't Lose. So it feels good, and it's so fun now. But it's also fun knowing, like, okay, most of these shows might make us look bad, but we don't even practice. We just fly. Like, unless it's like a really important show, we'll all fly home like the day before the show and practice for an hour. But we'll just go in. We'll just be all right. We got a show like in 2 months. I'll see you at the show.
And you guys nail it, or do you fuck up a little bit? You just don't care?
Oh,
Like-
it's still punk rock, man.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
Well put.
if we were trying to get a record deal, like we had I put together at one point, but now we're just you know, it's just to get together with other guys, and you know, everybody hasn't seen each other. Like, you know, when we're playing that NFG show, it was a home show too. So me and Maddie haven't lived there for years, and just everybody getting together and drinking beers and having a good time.
That's so you.
I'll do that.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I will, like, even if we get offers where it's like, you know, not financially the most feasible thing, like if we would even like break even, or like we're not, you know, I would still do it. You know,
Yeah, of course.
Like, I just want to play old songs with these guys, but obviously it's got to make sense for everybody, and everybody's busy.
Yeah.
You got family men, and then you got me and Maddie, who are like freaking, who knows, like Maddie's gone like 8 months a year doing music shit, and I'm always busy, but when we can line it up, it's the best.
Yeah, man, you got a lot going on in Nashville. I didn't realize you and Maddie lived together. Is you guys like sharing the same fucking apartment or house or whatever?
Oh, hang on, I accidentally can you see me?
Yeah, well, you're good.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
No, we have me, Maddie, our friend Joey, who sings for a band called In Her Own Words, and then our friend Alex, who sings for a band, Young Culture, have a nice, quaint little house in East Nashville.
Oh,
nice
beautiful.
neighborhood.
That's awesome.
It's a good situation, man. It's fun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I heard it's
I think-
a music mecca. Like,
Oh yeah, East.
Everybody.
It's great, man. Yeah, it's awesome. It's where like all the cool like little bars for us, and it's kind of like the restaurant and like brewery haven for Nashville. It's where all the cool shit's popping up, and it's just, and you know, rent's cheap. I mean, for now,
Yeah.
Nashville's blowing up so fast, it's probably gonna go up. But
I hear it's
Yeah.
We'll
catching
see.
up.
oh yeah, like property, and like if you're, I mean, I don't know why, because our neighborhood is like pretty nice. It's just, I don't know why we're still paying what we're paying. I'm bracing for a financial attack from these landlords.
Yeah, I think we all are, man.
Oh yeah. I was actually, before this, before I fell asleep, like I'm just on my fucking couch, doom scrolling, and then I was going down wormhole. Like I read
Bring it
the
on.
entire Wikipedia. What was that?
Bring it on.
Oh, I read the entire Wikipedia page for Grover Cleveland Alexander, who was like an MLB pitcher
Yeah.
in like the late 1910s and up until like 1930. And I was like, I just recently got, I don't know why my brain works like this. I look up, because about a year and a half ago, I got my British citizenship. And
Yeah, I was gonna
so,
ask you about that.
oh yeah, we can get into that too. So the other thing was the Japan food experience, which I love Japanese food. I love everything. We'll get back to that. Don't let me forget that. And then I got that, and I'm looking at prices because I'm planning on moving to Scotland a year from September. And man, I'm just looking at plots of land for sale, like roughly around where I want to live. And, you know, like $7,000 for like a piece of land by a lake. And I'm just going to build like a tiny home, and nobody will ever hear from me again.
You single bachelor motherfucker.
I know, dude. I'm a ugly, broken down tumbleweed blowing wherever the hell.
Not at all. Not at all, man. You're killing it
um,
right now. You look great.
Oh, thanks, man. You know, like I said earlier before the show started, it's years of alcohol and tobacco that's keeping me young. Actually, I haven't bought a pack of smokes in like almost 3 years now. I get
Wow.
I still have the sneaky couple, like if I'm drinking beers or something, but
Sure.
you know, I smoke. You know, I started smoking when I was 12, right? So that's 26 years ago.
Wow.
But these things. So I was. This is not a sponsored ad, I promise.
Hey,
Nice and clear, though.
Now, please tell us who we're sponsored by.
So we'd like to thank our sponsor On nicotine pouches. Basically, you know, I
Isn't that
tried
the
to draw
same
my-
brand as generic wires from Walmart?
Well, it wires me not to want a cigarette. That's all I know. But when I quit so many times. I did the gum, I did the patches, I did the pills, I did the lozenges,
Yeah.
and like even if I've like gotten hammered and I've smoked like 10 cigarettes the night before, I've never woken up and be like, I need to go buy a pack. Because I just pop one of these and then they make me not want to throw myself off the bridge.
Sure. What do they do?
Highly suggest it. It's the only thing that works, and it's so it's kind of like a Zen.
Okay.
But they're only, dude, it's $5 for 3 of them. So that's 60 pouches. That lasts me almost a week.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, but that cigarette you're smoking does look pretty good, though.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging it.
I haven't bought a pack since last August in Vegas. I was smoking
Yeah.
indoors, and I was like, "This is it." I smoking menthols inside, and then I switched to vaping. I switched to propylene glycol.
Yeah, the vape. I vaped for a while too, and the vaping fucking hurts my shit more than the cigarettes do.
I think I feel bad saying that I'm a little conditioned to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean.
Oh yeah, what was I gonna say?
I smoked butts too since I was young.
Yeah.
And I gotta quit.
No, I mean, life's short, man.
He had a dream about it.
It's like a mix of like, I didn't want to smell like smoke all the time, and then it's just a financial decision, dude. Like when in Mass, and then it kind of actually helped that Mass banned menthols because I only smoked Newports.
Oh, okay.
20 years, and then I'm like, well, I'm not, I don't like. I mean, I would smoke my breads if I had to, but like I don't enjoy these because they're not a Newport. And then I'm like, also it was like $13.50 a pack when I moved. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm spending $100 a week. Yeah.
So I was doing Parliaments, so they started getting up to $14.75.
Good Lord, man. It's fucked up because they know people aren't going to be able to quit, so it's just basically extortion.
That's it. Yeah, that's totally it.
And they add all the chemicals too, so it's
Yeah, that's why they banned all flavored shit over there, and they're trying to ban pouches because it's getting people off the smokes, man.
Yeah.
Tobacco lobbying is huge.
We can't have Philip Morris losing any money,
No,
that's awesome. Like the biggest lobby ever.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Big tobacco man. Those are fat cats.
Some of the fattest, man.
Dude, I want to say that I'm like very proud of you because I've seen your journey. Like we don't talk like we did back in the day, but like I've seen your journey over social media, and just like the steps and you've taken, and like I've seen you pretty down, and I've seen you working towards the things you want, and then I've seen you getting the things you want. And, but it's through work. You working your ass off.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. It's been a weird, long, bumpy, up and down, but we're on a good projectile right now,
Well, you're a punk rocker, dude. You're built to last.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's funny.
Jesus, if I've made it this far, I'm good to go.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. And to go all the way back to Last Ride, and then you go to Lost for Words, and I know back then, like we were influenced by some of the same bands. I mean, we used to listen to Junction 18 and and then Saves the Day, and then we're into like hardcore and metal bands, right? And I've been wanting to like ask you for a long time that like to go from like Junction 18, you said the GOAT. I would, dude, This Vicious Cycle is that is up there, one of the best albums I've ever heard.
And it's flawless.
It's
that's they're the reason that they're predominantly like mostly the reason that I picked up I wanted to be a musician.
Sure.
That's how because I lived across the street from Andy Bristol, and I was friends with his younger brother Dan. I was 14 when that record came out.
No shit.
And I was friends with his little brother Dan. And I literally I don't know if Andy remembers this, but I walk over, I knock on the door, and Dan, who's my age, like opened the door, like, oh, you want to like, you know, play guitar, or like we would sit there and like try to play brain stew or something, you know.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
and I knocked. I was like, is your brother here? And I had a CD for him to sign. He was like, what the fuck? Uh, but like I would always like I lived right next to Spencer's Pizza, so I would like chill there, and sometimes they would be there, obviously. And sometimes like Newfound Glory would be in town with them there, so I was like,
Yeah.
Newfound Glory's gonna be here.
Yeah, man. That's wild.
But yeah, they're the reason I was like, all right, I'm gonna be in a band. And I mean, I guess it's just like different strokes of luck that led it to be able to be, our job
Dude,
for
yeah.
so long. So
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, so many of us that came from that generation were like they were an influence in one degree or another. And I just you guys took it to the next level. Not to like compare or anything like that, but like they had a short career, and they did some touring. But dude, you guys being from the same town, you're both from Abington, right? You grew up listening to them, and then you do the thing you want to do, and then you end up like really fucking traveling, really getting out there, and really blowing up in your own right.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Like,
incredible.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a lot of persistence. If you could call it persistence or stubbornness, I don't know how you want to call it, but
Probably both.
I think yeah, and it was like I said, a lot of luck, and like we were just road dogs year in year out. Like we were booking our own tours for the first few years, and we'd drive 9 hours, and the place would be boarded up, or like there wouldn't be a show booked, and we're going to AAA before the tour and printing out our triptych like venue to venue. There's no GPS yet. Like,
Yep.
and then so we're driving 9 hours, and then boom, to a place. It was literally boarded up, and then they're like, "Oh, what the fuck do we do now? I guess we go to the library and print out some map quests to like a hotel." Like,
I still got my big giant atlas like between my seat and the center console.
Oh, Mikey, our guitar player, who's the oldest, he was a pro at the map reading.
The old land nav.
Dude, you have to have that.
I know. But
Learn your survival skills.
I would say I think it was a mixture of us, like the band not being terrible.
Right.
So I'm not saying we're awesome. I'm saying the mixture of the music, the fact that we're just like chill guys, just like we want to just tour and see the world or the states, and we're not shitheads, so we were good company, so people liked having us on their tour. And then the fact that we were doing for a decade like 250 shows a year, so
Yeah.
we got opportunities based on the hustle that everybody saw, and then the fact that we were just fun to be around and drink beers with.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, no, it was cool, man. I mean, we played in almost 30 countries, and like I said, that was for like a decade. That was like 8 months a year, 9 months a year. Man, seems like a different life. Like, I would do it again. I would probably like make a journal or something, or take more pictures so I can remember like 15 years of my life. But
Sure.
I'd do it again, absolutely.
Well, you don't know how fast that's gonna go by. I mean, that fucking goes by so fast.
I tell you, it was but it gave me a lot of memories, and I met so many people. Like, even before I moved to Nashville, I have a relatively large group of peers that already lived here. So that's like one leg up I already had on, like, a lot of people here don't know anybody, and then you got to find a friend group. But Nashville's just like LA at this point. It's all, what can I get from you? Like, maneuvering, politicking, and man, I don't give a shit about any of that. Like,
Yeah.
but so luckily I had a big friend group. Like, we go to the bar, and there's like 25 of us watching the Celtics playoffs, and like I said, my singer Maddie already lived here, and but yeah, man, it was a great move. It was a great move. I love this city. The food's amazing. The beer's whatever. Like, Tennessee's a beautiful place. If you can, it's hard to kind of blind yourself from the putrid political landscape.
Sure.
But when you're like, if I'm like at a park or like at a freaking I don't know farmers market or like amazing barbecue restaurant, I kind of forget about that for a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
this place ain't bad.
Yeah, it's worth looking past the neocons.
Yeah, Jesus,
and the
neo-libs
the
too, man.
hardcore. Yeah, really. Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a great decision. But my whole point moving here, I'm always like, now that I'm getting older, I guess I'm trying to plan my life out, like better late than never.
Sure.
So my plan was always to get my UK citizenship,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. You've been fucking balls deep about getting your UK citizenship.
Oh, for a year, yeah, because and it was like it took over 2 years, but I'll explain why. But I mean, I've been to the UK 30 something times, like probably like between 50 and 20 on tour, and then the rest just seeing friends or weddings or vacations. And it's just the first time we went was '09, and I just instantly connected with it. And then I was like, well, my father's from Bermuda. My whole father's side still lives on the island.
Oh, wow.
Not rich Bermuda. Let's get that straight. We all know that. And then, so I call it my pity passport because I get birthright citizenship to the UK because it's still a British overseas territory, which is a nice way of saying colony,
Yeah. Very nice way.
Yeah. And I get my pity passport, and I was like, I was like, all right, so got that accomplished. I submitted all for this, I guess, all the paperwork, insane amounts of paperwork that I had to find and pay for and dig up. And then I sent it to the immigration department. And, I think the submission thing to get it was like $400 worth of paperwork just for the submission. And then I have to go to Hartford, Connecticut and do my biometrics and scans and fingerprints. And then I'm waiting. And like a year goes by and I get the money back in my bank account.
Nice.
It says like from the British government. I'm like, fuck, man. Like that means they didn't let me, like, I don't even have a police record, believe it or not. But, so I was like, fuck, they said no. Like, and then I got an email saying, no, you don't need to go through immigration. Just pay for a passport. So, it took me an extra year, but it would cost me $70 to get it.
Wow.
So, and the whole reason I did that is because I knew I was going to move to Nashville, and my original plan was 2 years. It's going to be 3 because this you guys know the music industry is so slow going. And I'm not like a glad handing, like yes men, like politicking guy. I feel like I'm good enough where I don't need to be a fraud.
For sure, man.
I'm not gonna go try to chum up with people. I'd rather do it on my own and feel good about myself.
Dude,
but,
the turtle wins the race. You take your time.
Absolutely.
You do what you're fucking good at, and you'll be fine.
Nah, man, the fox.
And it's and it's picking up. Like I am busy. I have a lot of projects working right now.
Yeah.
But my whole point moving here was come to Nashville 2 years. It's going to be 3 years now. But just like I've been watching the pop country, which is I'll do vocal production. I work with pop punk bands and stuff here too.
Yeah.
But I've been writing and shopping and giving away pop country songs because it's very similar. Just add a freaking twang and a banjo or a slide. It's like the same structure.
A lot of similar chord progressions for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into this with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so just have Nashville songwriter on the resume, and with how it's getting bigger in the UK, this pop country. And I have, I'm just adding to the portfolio with cuts and songs and co-writes. And then it just gives me a leg up, like I know a lot of people in the music industry there already, but people who don't even know, they'll see Nashville songwriter and they'll see, a long list of cuts, and then it'll open up way more opportunity, doors, or even just to open up conversations. Like I've already, I'm in correspondence with a management company over there. I told them I was moving over, and I just got to send them my portfolio and some files of my work, my co-writes, and they're like, we can get on a call about, it's a management company, it's not a publishing company, but if they want me to be on their writing team, like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's the dream right there, man.
Yeah, so it's all baby steps, and like I said, Nashville songwriter on the resume. With the way the industry's turning over there, boom, so.
Hold on, Mike, we gotta take a quick pause because there's some audio shit going on right now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there
Have
is.
you been?
Yeah, there is.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry, dude, I'm really sorry. Can you just pause this real quick?
Yeah.
9, 6. Nah, we've been good.
Yeah, we're back.
All right, cool. All right.
Mikey, I'm sorry about that. My,
Oh, it's all good.
we're still figuring shit out, and one of my, my fucking battery pack here on my, well, I don't want to call it a wireless, but my receiver just, like, started dying, and I thought everybody could hear it. But I'm the only one.
No, I was just nervous for a second. I'm like, dude, do we have to start over?
No. That's the fun about us. We take a pause and we come back.
All right, I love it. Yeah, hey, isn't that life though?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Is it really?
It kind of is.
Well, you could have a pause button in the middle of a car accident.
Well, you got to reassess your life at some point.
Dude, yeah, just take a breath, take a pause.
Yeah,
figure your
man.
shit and then keep going forward.
Yeah, but dude, it's so rad. Like, yeah, you're writing and you're doing all the you're getting your name on different things.
What are you wiping into the rug?
My cashew. I'm picking it up. I was kicking it over my way.
The old floor cashew.
Yeah. It's a clean floor, I'm not gonna lie.
No, there's mice everywhere because of that shit.
Shh. All right, I'm a grimy scumbag and I eat cashews off
Hey, aren't we all?
fucking mice floor, yeah. Yeah, but like we were talking about, you're writing music and getting your name on different things and really being a part of the scene over there.
Yeah, it's like I said, personality goes a long way. If you're a good person and you're not a pain in the ass to work with.
Yeah.
But there's obviously hurdles either way. Like, I don't touch a computer. I just get in a room and try to help make a song better. Yeah. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you don't like it, I don't care. You don't have to use it. It doesn't bother me. But there's still a learning. Like, I never, even in Off the Words, me and Maki rarely wrote songs together. He would come in with songs and I'd come in with songs. So that was a learning process for me too, the whole collaboration thing. But it's easy, man. I remember when I first moved here, I was nervous. I was like, wonder if I'm even any good at this shit, or and then I get into rooms with people who
really,
yeah, and I get into rooms with people who've been here for years, and I'm like, I'm holding my own, and
fuck yeah, dude.
It's about so I'm like, yeah, this shit's I wouldn't say easy, but I know what sounds right, and I know the formula well enough, and
sure.
I'm not a cornball. I always say I'll never write a song that's solo cut, red dirt,
total pretentious,
Silverado,
she thinks my track is sexy.
Yeah, I can make something easy and accessible and pleasant to listen to for everybody, but that also doesn't kill your fucking brain cells or embarrass me as an actual lyricist and songwriter,
Dude, yeah, that's
How about fucking Zoom audio?
Dude, it's
that's a big fear, right? I
never will. I won't sacrifice any type of success or publishing deal for me looking like an ass.
Sure.
It's really so insanely vapid that you will get a publishing deal if you write a song called my Chevy Queen, and the whole thing's kissing you on the back porch on the swing, you're my Chevy Queen.
Yeah.
And they'll give people a bunch of money for that. But
I think you just wrote a hit.
Oh my god, I love what you just said.
I would literally throw myself off the Prudential Center before I did that for $100,000, you know.
That's a big one.
I would hold your hand and jump with you if I did that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's all about moral support. But no, seriously, like, you know, I could do that at the drop of a hat. I just
what, jump off a building?
No.
Oh, that and write really terrible
good
music. That people would give it. But yeah, that's the, you know, it's I don't want to. I'm also like hyper conscious of like, however small it may be, like what legacy I leave, and you know, I don't want my legacy to be like a Luke Bryan song called like, if you don't have sex with the American flag, you can go to hell. Like,
yeah, totally.
I like that song.
That's a good one. I'm giving you heaters right now.
Yeah, this is great. I'm gonna clip the fuck out of this.
You're just writing hits, sir.
I'll send them to you. I'll get you something good.
No, man, but that's what I respect about you, and when I hear your music, because it's not that. It's not. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Like, you know. You're an artist, dude. You're an artist, and you're a really good artist. And you're putting it out there, and I feel like it probably is very personal to you. I feel like it's your therapy.
Yeah, sure.
It's your therapy.
It's you know, I want my songs to be, I guess, fucking word I'm looking for.
Connect with the right people that actually feel it.
Yeah, like relatable, and also like at least at some point touching and moving. Like, that's, you know, and people are just trying to get a job and make money. That's fine, but music's more than that to me, you know. So
absolutely, dude.
I want to do it with like authenticity.
Well, dude, like the songs you've been writing since you were a kid, quite frankly, right? You were like touring for a very long time, where you could have done what we're talking about back then. You could have just sold your with the figurative soul or whatever to the music industry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I know. It's just but that's another, like, you know, there's, like I said, if I did that, it would open more opportunity. But the way things are going with me, you know, doing my own thing, the way I want to do it, it's, you know, it's working. And like I said, once I just gotta keep getting cuts. Like, I'm working with, you know, artists here. I'm starting new projects with a couple UK based, and I'm working with an awesome project with this country solo artist in Australia, which I'm very excited about. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm not trying to stick in the Nashville community as much as I love it, because I know I'm gonna leave soon, you know.
Sure.
Trying to put feelers out, you know, spread it out as far as I can.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, I bet a lot of people are feeling it.
You ever wander into West Virginia at all?
West Virginia?
You ever
I remember one time I went to West Virginia once, and I think we were on tour. I think it might have been a travel day, right? And I go in there, and it was like a shitty bar, but it was a wing place. I don't know. We were like in the mountains, and then
that sounds fun as hell.
It was sketchy but awesome. But they had a thing. It was like their home special wing. It was like peanut butter and hot sauce wings.
Okay.
And they like melted peanut butter and mixed it with hot sauce.
That kind of sounds like Thai food. That sounds like Thai food.
Yeah, it was like a redneck satay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude. I would try it. Did you try it? Was it good?
Oh, it was a mess, man, but it was worth it.
God, I'm the only idiot that thought that might actually be good.
West Virginia sounds nice. And it's kind of close to Tennessee, right?
Yeah. You know, just go through the mountains, man.
Hell yeah.
Appalachia.
Yeah, that's wild.
The Mid-South really is beautiful. It's just,
wow, dude.
When you're raised where we're from, like, you feel it in your soul that you're not near the ocean, you know?
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
It's like, because I've, you know, even when I lived in Connecticut, in Central Mass, I'm still only 2 hours from the water, and I'd go to the beach whenever I could.
Yeah.
But here, I'm like, I'm not going to some like swampy, nasty lake. Like, that's everybody here's like version of like a great day on the water. I'm like, Jesus, what? I want to go catch dinner like 4 hours off the Cape.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But give and take, man. I gotta do it, for the career, and I'm happy to be here. Food's on another level.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna ask you about that. Well, I mean, on the other end of it, you have like food and like barbecue, fucking everything.
Mesquite.
dude, I have a list on my phone that I add to almost every day, every other day, and it's like probably right now like 70 restaurants that I want to try, and like that people suggest, and then I'll like mark off next to them if I've tried them. Thing is, like, I won't remember if I've been there unless there's like a check mark next to it, but then I'll remember what I ate there and if it sucked or not.
Nice.
I'm like on a solo food journey, I don't tell anybody or anything. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go sit down today and try this and have like a $60 meal by myself and not let anybody know.
That's
A
awesome.
little bit of
You should do
solo
that.
peace, man.
You should
Yeah.
do that as much as you can.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, and like I said, it's just beautiful. The weather's unpredictable. Like it's usually really nice, but then you'll get an alert on your phone saying go home. There's about to be a tornado from hell and everybody's gonna die. Like like at the drop of a hat. It's crazy. They say if you don't like the weather here, wait 15 minutes. Is like the old adage.
Yeah. The other side of it, right?
Yeah.
Fucking-
But like to be fair, like when I left, I was like, all right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I didn't like my living situation, and I was just didn't want to be on the South Shore because like I said, I'd just been in the woods in Charlton for a couple of years,
Oh,
and
dude,
so I said,
you
fuck it,
gotta
I'm
get
leaving
away
for
from the
Nashville.
South Shore.
Oh yeah, I said it. I go, I'm leaving tomorrow for Nashville. Just letting I don't even know who knew. I told who I was living with. I threw a blanket, my TV, 2 bottles of scotch, and 2 cases of like Trillium and Treehouse beer, and just drove.
That's amazing.
But then, yeah, and then I get to where I'm staying, and then we have a bomb cyclone back home in Mass. So a bomb cyclone is a blizzard and a hurricane force winds at the same time, right?
Yep.
So 70, 80 mile an hour hurricane blizzard, and this is my mother calls me like the day after I get there. She's like, "You happy you moved?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah."
Yeah.
I don't care about tornadoes. Tornadoes aren't cold.
Dude, that must have been kind of a good feeling at the time, though. It would kind of like
Oh,
almost
I mean-
reassuring, right?
Right. Like when I tell everybody here, because we'll get like a half-inch of snow here, and the entire city shuts down. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, they don't have like, if it is cold, which it does get cold for extended periods of time, but they don't have sand or salt, and they don't do anything to the streets. So you're fucked if you try to drive anywhere, even if it's just like a half inch that melts and then freezes again overnight. Like, dude, you have the 2 most abundant resources in the world. Just put them on trucks and bring them to Nashville so people can go about their fucking day. It's insane. Like every quarter mile, there's like more and more accidents. I'm like, these people don't realize that we have a blizzard like every 3 weeks, and that adds 4 more, 2 more feet of snow onto the snow that's already frozen from the last blizzard. I'm like, and we're just driving 80, doing errands.
Yeah, they got no idea. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, they slow down when it rains, dude. They slow down. I'm not lying. I'm not even exaggerating.
No, for sure, man. I fucking run my neighbor's errands when there's 1 inch of snow on the ground. Like, hey,
Dude,
you need something?
The driving. Yeah, right. Get the bread and milk.
Yeah, exactly. Tennessee's like, I'm
but,
not,
it's
like,
funny.
can't leave.
Fucking, it's funny because knock on wood, I've had my license for 24 years, 23 years, right? And I've never been in an accident.
Apparently, you've
knock
never
on
gotten
wood.
in trouble because you've had your license for that long, so good for you.
Yeah. But the thing
Tip
is,
of the cap,
most of this time I'm saying I can't get in trouble or even get a DUI or anything like that, 'cause then I won't be able to get my UK citizenship. So I've been just hey, all bets are off now that I got it, right?
Sure, man.
No, but never even gotten a speeding ticket, not even a traffic violation, right?
I haven't either.
It's I'm like, my insurance is like $50 a month, And
Minus
I
the
moved
week.
here, and I'm here for a couple months, and this guy just totals me. People here, it's horrifying, dude. I feel like nobody here knows how to drive, and this guy just totals me. I'm like, you motherfucker, you ruined my streak. I was on such a good streak.
And new
It's
people,
mayhem.
new people turn 16 like every day.
Yeah, but your streak is from Boston, where you just like speeding everywhere. No one knew
Yeah,
how to
it's
handle it.
It's controlled chaos, though. It's controlled chaos.
Yeah, no, it is.
Nashville, it's just people. You don't even have to know how to read signs to get your license here. They don't even give you a test. I don't think. We're in the South, man. There's no rules here.
Yeah, that makes sense, dude. They get somebody that's so used to so many roads and smart people that get their license and go to good colleges, and then you're in Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh my god!
It's like fucking
I mean, it is
bumper
nice though.
carts
You
with
don't need,
idiots.
there's no inspection stickers, so the only tickets I ever got. Were
Oh,
for
that's a
rejection
brilliant idea.
stickers. And you can't. Yeah, it doesn't happen here otherwise. I probably have a rejected sticker right now.
Oh, dude, yeah, they do that in like Denver too. Like,
I love the South.
I kind of back. If there's one thing
Yeah,
about
it's awesome.
Massachusetts, I back is fucking some inspection stickers.
Right, like, dude, some guy gave me a ticket for having bald tires.
Well, that's not very safe.
Asshole Webster Mass cop. Like, I had the tires in the back of my Jeep too. He's like, I see you have a rejected sticker. I was like, yeah, I got bald tires.
That's my life.
But I got the tires in the back, as you can see.
And they're like,
And he
fuck
goes,
you,
"What's my
pay me."
tires?" Yeah, he gives me and it was my second rejection sticker for that reason, because I had to wait and get money for the tires. And so I had to go to a driver's retraining course
Yep.
that cost me $180 and 8 hours. And like, thing is, I'd never even gotten a speeding ticket. Like, it didn't affect my insurance. But dude, I'm in there with people like, yeah, I ran over, 12 little children on my 8th DUI, and like, I'm sitting there. They're like, what are you? It was like prison. Like, what are you in for? I was like, rejected, stickered. Like, dude, I've never even been an offender bender.
Yeah, man.
Oh, those fuckers, they just want your money.
Yeah,
they can do it.
Dude, abso-fucking-lutely. I was, same thing happened to me over a rejection sticker, and I was within my time. I was within the however many days you have to get it. And the cop to me, and I'll never forget this, he was in fucking Plimpton. A Plimpton cop. Plimpton, Massachusetts. I fucking got pulled over. I was like 15 days like that I had my sticker. Like, you can go more than that before you get another one. Yeah, dude, fucking ticketed me and everything. And I'm like, I'm within my fucking days. And he goes, well, you know what, son? I'm going to tell you something. Dude, not even kidding. He's like, you remind me of my son. And I would do the same thing to my son. I'd kick him in the ass, and I'd fucking make him pay. I'm like, I'm not your fucking son,
I'm not your
dude.
son, dude.
Like,
What the fuck?
but the
man?
shitty thing is, it goes on your record. And then once you're in the system for them, like, it's hard to get out, kind of.
Man, anything to make that quota.
Yeah, you can't have another like 2 or 3 offenses within a year. I think I had 2 after that, but one of them was legit. The other one was like a bullshit thing, just like that one, and right back into classes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was the worst.
it's fucking retarded.
I know, it is.
But
it is.
it's
Man.
not, because they're brilliant and they're taking your money. But there were,
Yeah.
But to a degree, when you go to like Tennessee, like if I got killed by somebody with bald tires and like a loud exhaust, I'd be pissed. They should have made that illegal. Come to Massachusetts, like it's.
Oh, fuck this. They shouldn't
that
do it,
shit's
yeah.
illegal.
Oh man, it is different. You can do whatever the hell you want on the road here.
I think I'd rather
but
that.
the only
I'd
thing that's
rather
weird
that.
is like, I think this is Tennessee. I heard about it. Some actor like left the bar, right, and he got a DUI because he was driving, but the other person in the car was drinking, like operating a vehicle with like an open container. But it was like you get a DUI out of it. I don't fucking know. It's weird.
Whoa.
Like when I
That's
when
wild.
I lived in Connecticut, when I lived in Connecticut, you're allowed to have open containers in the car. So I would just
America.
drink a couple beers on the way home from work. We should probably cut this out. I would only have like 2 or 3 on the way home from work, but I just throw them in the back of my car. Be like,
Oh.
I drank them before I drove, you dick.
The statute of limitations are up.
Right. You can't prove anything, officer.
You had a 30 rack. You had a 30 rack. You were pounding him and just driving.
In my teen years maybe, but.
I wonder if your chip that they're gonna put in you will detect how much you drink, your blood alcohol.
Oh Jesus.
Oh man,
you just went dark.
The amount of chips I probably already have in my body. Who knows how many. All right, hang on one second. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back.
Let's do it. Let's pause it. I gotta pee too. Mikey, thank you so much for this.
Yeah.
All right, we're pausing.
I'll talk to you guys in 2 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Coming back in on the chicken. We're good.
We came back on the chicken.
All right, we're back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm about to start making dinner, dude. So we're gonna do
do it.
podcast while I make dinner.
Oh fuck yeah,
Hell
man.
Yeah.
What are you making?
I bought like a little small chicken, so I'm gonna spatchcock it. You know what spatchcocking a chicken is?
No, what is spatchcocking?
So I'll grab my kitchen shears and you cut out the spine, and then basically you crack the breast plate, and then you flatten the chicken out. It reduces the cooking time, and everything gets crisper, man. It's dope. It's the easiest thing ever.
So you're cracking the spine. You're cracking the spine, right?
You cut out this. You cut their spine out.
Oh, you take the spine right out. You're deboning it almost.
I'll show you. I'll show you right now.
Oh, let's do this. This is great.
Meanwhile,
right,
meanwhile, Kevin wanted to ask you about the
All right. Is there a visual to this, or is it just?
Yeah, no, we're on video. We would not. Yeah, we're on video.
All right, cool. I don't want you just me describing me fucking.
Just so you know, people, we're looking at a very
vegetarians.
But he's very good looking and he's very fit. He's very fit. we got a fit guy cooking food in a good band. He's gonna talk stuff and he writes music.
I can describe it for the disabilities if need be.
If you need to.
Yeah,
basically,
disabled.
as a frugal poor kid, you get the small roasted chicken. This is $6. You get 2 thighs, 2 drums, 2 breasts, 2 wings.
Oh, my friend, waste not, want not.
Oh yeah, I'll be making soup out of this when it's done too. You know I will.
He's using every part of this chicken.
I'm Portuguese, dude. Every time I buy a whole chicken, I simmer it for hours.
That's amazing.
And the stock isn't good unless you pull it out of the fridge, it's like jelly. It's like solid from all the gelatin in the bones.
Yeah. This guy knows what he's talking about. And this is the way you should eat your chicken or anything. You should really boil it down to its simplicities. You should use it for everything. Yeah. And you should waste not, want not.
Waste not, want not, my friend.
That's right.
All right. Thanks.
Dude, even in the wallet, though, let's talk about that. You're not even blowing money on chicken. You're spending $6 on the smallest thing you can find.
Dude, and fucking... I'm going to the store and it's like $17 for a 3-pack of chicken breast.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Who has that money?
Dude, what better time to talk about this than now?
All right, ready? Go on with your questions. I'm gonna talk while I do this.
Okay, so you're exposing the chicken right now.
Yes.
And with
basically,
he's cutting it in half with scissors. Laterally.
Shears, yes.
Laterally.
Yeah.
He's entering the rib cage up through the sternum.
That would be ventral.
He's cutting the sternum.
Yeah.
I did want to talk to you about your career, but I'm way too into this chicken and I'm baked.
Stop.
Yeah, stop.
I can do both. I can multitask.
Well, buddy, so yeah, all right. Well, you're cutting the fucking sternum of a chicken. Dude, when you guys were growing up, you knew what it was like to be independent artists, and then you got signed to labels, and now you're doing your own thing. How was that experience for you? What was it like at first being signed for a label? I bet you guys wanted to fuck each other's brains out. I would have.
Oh, dude, we did it.
That was one breath.
We did it for a long time, independent, right?
Yeah.
And, when it was about the time we were always playing shows. It was us,
Brockton.
The Cadence, Therefore I Am, The Receiving End of Sirens.
Yep.
We were, selling out 600-person hall shows every other week.
And you were independent. You were just independent the fuck up.
Yep. All right. Important thing.
Here we go.
Hi there.
Look at that. Whoa.
Chickens? What's that? Oh, I
Oh,
dropped
he
it.
slipped.
No.
He's jumping from you.
No. My poor chicken. All right, no more food shit. I'm just gonna talk to you guys.
No, get
But
your
I'm gonna-
chicken. You just let that.
I'm gonna watch that shit.
Don't let that shit slip. Get it back. That's why
Damn, dude.
he's wearing the proper like sterile thing. So he's gonna eat a chicken off the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
fine.
G-force that just was on the
You
chicken, it helps with the consistency of the tenderization.
The
of-
G stands for gravy.
Yeah, we
the
just
G-force is gravy.
Yeah.
Alright,
Tenderize.
And then
So-
and then you put it in the pan.
I'm gonna show you guys before I throw it in and season it. But basically, I'm just washing my hands. I'm always,
Always
I
wash your
try to keep it interesting.
Very
you know what I'm
sterile. You're very sterile.
Yes, please be sterile.
saying? Always.
Nothing.
But
is sterile.
And when you're handling chicken, that is very important, people.
but,
everything is filthy.
Yeah, but he's not. He's cleaning everything. And that's what you should do with chicken.
Basically, we were doing those shows. We were always like, I wonder who's gonna get like a record deal first.
No
And then
shit,
Trios
yeah.
got signed.
So this is like even
Trios got-
before those dudes got signed. Like you guys were all at the same time, coming up at the same time, playing the same
Well, that's the
shows.
thing is
yeah, that's cool.
Trios got signed to Triple Crown,
Okay.
and then Therefore I Am got signed,
Yep.
and then I think the Cadence got a record offer. I don't know if they took it. And then I was like, fuck, do we suck? Are we like the last one? But then, no, like a year later, we get the offer. We all go to the Sam Adams Brewery, you know,
yeah.
sign the contract, take pictures and shit like that. I'm like, holy shit, like,
And what record
then-
label? What record label's that? Can you say that or?
Rise Records.
Okay,
who
right.
are
Oh,
amazing.
I thought. Oh, yeah. Keep going.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they were amazing to us, but like, that was a surreal moment because you know at that
Yeah,
point
for sure, man.
that was 2010, so I'd already been in the band 7 years.
No.
You know,
kidding.
and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was Rise Records back then. Yeah.
Yeah. They signed because they were like a heavier like scene screamo type label, but then they
Yeah.
signed us, Transit, Man Overboard.
Transit was awesome,
Um,
man.
Oh, the best.
Fucking
best
rest in-
band ever. And
rest
then like
in
Hot Water
peace.
Music early November. They went on like a spree signing like rock bands.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But
I
it was-
could see why they branched out to like that kind of crowd because it was still
Oh, yeah.
not. It wasn't completely separate from screamo.
No. I mean, it was all the same. Like we all, I guess, the same umbrella. Like alternative, punk rock, hardcore,
Yeah.
all that shit.
But there's so many differences between the bands under that umbrella. I just want to be clear, like I'm not trying to like downplay what you guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
doing. Like everybody's like you guys were original to your own thing, and it was
Oh yeah, no, it was an exciting time, man. And obviously that opened up some more opportunities, and I don't know, man. Like it's like a dream come true because I
Yeah.
always thought, looking at like Junction 18, I'm like, oh shit, they're on a record deal. And I'm like, oh hey, I did it. It might not even. It's kind of like me with. To be
no.
honest with you.
That's like a
Yeah.
rite of passage in a way.
It is, but
For
it's
sure.
kind of like it's like I'm not. I mean, I guess this would sound bad, but like it's like how I put Nashville songwriter on my resume by moving here, and
yeah.
if I go to England, they don't really know that if I sucked, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just the title, but it still fucking feels good when you're.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
fuck, what was I like 24, 23 years old?
Yeah. No, that's wild. That's pretty
That is
amazing
crazy,
to
yeah.
experience that at 23 or 24 years old.
It was cool, man. I
It-
still have the picture saved of me signing the thing. I printed it out and gave it to Jackie. I was like, just print this out and frame it and put it on your wall because it's a cool little life achievement.
Yeah. Now, and you guys are like, are you guys independent right now, or are you still on Rise? I thought there was something. I
No,
thought you were
so-
still on Rise.
That's why Rise is fucking awesome, man. So basically, when we signed, we had a deal for 2 records and an option. The option was theirs. So we put out the 2 records, and then they dropped us after that. We just like they did a lot for us and stuff like that. But when they signed so many, rock artists, sometimes you're not getting all the attention. Your attention is getting the focus is split 8 ways.
And that's the nature. That's the nature of the beast. Like that's
absolutely.
That is not any that's not condemning any bands. Like that's just
absolutely not.
That's how the business works.
That's like to a T the business.
Yeah.
And basically after that, when we decided we're gonna put out one last record, which was Crises in 2016, we're like, we're just gonna put out. We're gonna gracefully retire in 2015, but then put like a post-mortem album out. And then Riff hit us up, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys just want us to put it out for you?" Like,
That's
fuck
awesome.
yeah, you guys didn't have to do that. We probably owe you fucking money from the years of tour support and everything else.
Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah. Oh, that's how awesome they are, man.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
We got lucky with them.
Yeah, for sure.
And no, so we
So you fulfilled your 2-album deal, and then they were on to whatever they were on to, and then you guys came they asked you to come they'll put out your album, right?
Yeah, they came to us when we announced we're gonna do one last album, and they were like, "Yeah, do you guys want us to put it out? Just for the hell of it?" And
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
You ever heard of a large size label ever doing that for anybody?
No, and they sign everybody, man. They have so many.
Yeah.
They have so many amazing bands under their wing.
They do, man.
They don't sign. They don't sign shitty bands, is what I'm saying.
No, they're when they did this whole movement of signing all of us and shit in 2010, and they moved on from being a heavier specific thing, they crushed it. I think they're a subsidiary of a major label now too. So
yeah, wow, that's
fucking
awesome.
A.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they did it right, man. They did it right, really.
No shit.
All right. Sorry, I know this is the weirdest fucking podcast ever made.
It's a lovely
No,
kitchen.
it's cool.
Because I'm sitting here.
I love the kitchen. Banana cream.
It's got a lot of continuity. It's got a lot of continuity. We're talking about things, talking about stuff, and then coming back to things. We're good.
And then fucking all right, so this is what when you I'm just doing basically dry rub and stuff. But when you spatchcock the chicken,
yes,
you flip the legs inward, and it's just basically flat on the thing.
and its spine is out. You remove the bone.
Yeah. So that is breast up. The spine is in a pot, ready to be boiled later.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably sear it first, and then I'll add it to water. And as soup is, it's not really fucking.
And that's gonna be amazing. You're gonna have some
cuisine.
great fucking chicken broth.
Oh, dude, I still got soup in the fridge that I pulled out of the freezer. And
Look at you. Look at you.
I'm Portuguese, man.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready to sell fucking chicken broth and kimchi? We should talk about that later.
Oh, dude, my kimchi.
Ah, kimchi,
Actually,
bro.
all right, so I
Kamsahamnida.
actually love that stuff.
Hold on.
I got my cold brew, even though it's 9:00 at night.
I like the Calafia, by the way. I dig that brand. Is that what that is? Is that Calafia?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good.
I dig it. I like it too.
It's not shitty enough where you have to put something in it.
No.
I can just.
Not a lot of sugar.
I can. No.
Yeah. They're good.
I can raw dog this cold brew.
Yep.
But yeah. So I fucking love food. I'm not trained or anything. I feel like food is like music.
You're an artist, my friend. Keep going. Yes.
I love. Oh yeah, I've never even when I bake, I don't measure shit. I figure out consistencies and relatives, and usually doesn't it will come out decent, cake from scratch or something. But I love Asian cuisine.
Oh fuck yeah.
And I love kimchi, and so I was like, I'm gonna fucking make it. And then basically, I was like, how do I want to make it different. So I made baby bok choy, and I would cut the bottom of the stem off. So basically each leaf is like a bite.
Oh wow.
And I would ferment those, and I would do like Japanese ingredients like furikake, which is like dried bits of salmon with nori and sesame, and then
Sounds amazing.
mix that in the paste. And then I did a vegan one with no fish sauce that I just pulsated some shiitake mushrooms to use in the paste because it was like gives it like a weird earthy funkiness. It was
Fuck.
good, man. Most of my
That's
batches
just
came out good. Some of them
fantastic.
came out like shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's that's like anything. You're writing a
Such a-
song, man. You're making kimchi. It's the
Yeah,
same
man.
fucking practices.
I spent hours in the kitchen. I had a TV in the kitchen until I needed it for my room. My big TV fell off my wall at like 3 a.m. and scared the shit out of me. I thought I was getting shot at, so I like roll off the bed. I'm like, Jesus.
Was
hell,
there
'cause I
was there
asleep.
shelling?
I mean, dude, I might be in an okay neighborhood, but I'm still in Nashville, so you never know when a bullet will come through this motherfucker. All right, so the chicken's going in, so we can move on from that part of our night. Can't believe I dropped the whole fucking chicken. I washed the. Don't judge me.
That
No, I
wasn't
love
that
it. I
wasn't
don't-
dropped.
no.
That thing had trajectory.
Yeah, like I think sometimes you squeeze the chicken too hard and there's a big mess.
After you picked up the chicken, though, did we go there? Did I miss that part?
Oh, I washed the shit out of it,
Yeah, you washed it, and then you.
and then oh
You
no,
don't-
when
don't
I
remember?
sent it like on the thing, I already put it in the.
Oh, it's in the oven. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. Sorry.
And then when that's getting close, like, dude, that's gonna be in there for. I have it at like 380, I think. So maybe like, I'll like to do it because the bones keep the meat moist, so I can push it like 40 minutes and get the skin crisp. And
Mmm.
I'll saute some asparagus before it's done, and boom.
Bam! Chicken and asparagus.
And that's 2 meals from each half of the chicken's a meal,
Ooh.
and a bunch of asparagus. Less than $10, man, and I'm making soup.
Fucking. You
What a
hear
day to
that?
be alive.
Yeah, man. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Mikey Fresh from the Lost Words just laid out the fucking groundwork for a nice lean meal.
Yeah. And I got a rice
Asparagus.
cooker,
Yeah.
I spent like half my life parts of Asian families. I have to have a rice cooker.
Yeah, man. Rice cookers are amazing.
Ah, the best. Set it and forget it, baby.
Yep. Do you make homemade sushi? Do you get into that?
I have. I mean, it's just, I'd rather just go pay
Yeah.
$8 and then all the money for the shit. Like, I do enjoy making like sushi rice from time to time, but if it's not like that's like I have a girlfriend and we need something to do type thing to me,
I had a
Sure,
sushi
sure.
pizza out west.
What?
Oh man, I've seen those.
Yeah.
That
I
was,
don't- Oof.
man.
I don't
I
know.
saw a crab rangoon pizza too.
Yeah.
I've
Kidding me?
heard,
I
They
would
also
fuck
had
that up.
Reuben rolls. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Little
Like,
Reuben
little
triangle
Reuben shit?
things. There was just
Come on, man.
there was good food over there too, and like
damn.
Seattle's
I-
weird, but I mean food's.
You wait till I tell you that it's gonna take 40 minutes for that chicken before you start talking about delicious treats. Like fuck. Now it's only 39 minutes.
It'll go by fast.
Yeah, it will. But yeah, I don't even know where we were going before chicken. But
Going down the
speaking
rabbit
of
hole.
food, let me tell you the first foodborne illness story in Japan.
Let's do it.
It's a good one. I only tell it because I mean I wasn't like dying or anything. I was sick, but basically our last Japan tour, it was like we were doing the rounds, having like one last tour everywhere we've been in the world, like final Japan tour before we break up.
Yeah.
And we were the first band, this record label, Ice Grills, very popular like pop punk and hardcore label in Japan. He had left a bigger label and started a new label called Ice Grills, and we were the first band he signed and put a record out for. So,
Dude, you
we've
guys
always
had
a
people.
very
You had people chasing your bus.
oh, dude, Japan was amazing, man.
Yeah.
I missed that place, but so we always had a very close, special relationship with Mizuki, is his name. And then usually when bands fly out and do a tour with them, they'll fly out and do like 4 shows, and then go home or go to the Philippines or Indonesia. He booked it because I think it was like the 5th or 10th anniversary of the label. I forget which. and our last tour, and he booked us a 3-week tour, just every fucking city in Japan. But he also, the reason it took 3 weeks, because like every like other, say every third day, we would go and actually do something like sightseeing and actually experience the country, which is, I tell everybody, I've been everywhere and I've seen nothing. Like I didn't even see the Eiffel Tower till our 4th time playing Paris. Like I see nothing.
Yeah, you don't have any time.
No, in and out, man. And then but so we got to do cool shit, and we are going. It's a World Heritage Site. It's called the pronunciation is either Shirakawago or Shirakawago. Basically, it's this like 1,000-year-old village, and surrounded by mountains, but it's like in the center of this bowl of mountains, and it's like got streams with koi, and it's like a rice field, and it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
That sounds amazing.
That's like a world-renowned sake that you can only buy there. Like, it doesn't get distributed or anything.
Nice.
But he's like, okay, so we're gonna go there, but we're gonna pass this old, like, ancient-ass, like, wooden restaurant. And so he calls ahead, and they're like, well, yeah, we're gonna be there tomorrow or later today. Can you have a reservation? They're like, well, you don't need a reservation, but how many people are you? Because they wanted to catch what they needed to make for us. And so we had like pigeon, Japanese bear, Japanese venison. We had like a bubbling cauldron of like mystery meat, like all game stuff. And then we had like Japanese murder hornet whiskey. Like,
no way.
It was
what?
like the coolest, like ancient, like authentic, like old school Japanese thing ever.
Dude.
But man,
I've seen murder
like
hornets.
3 of us get so sick, so sick. Like it's not like I was shitting my brains out or anything. It was my stomach felt like there was like molten hot rocks in it for like 3 days. And a couple of us thought we were gonna die, but it was so worth it. I would do it again, like knowing I was gonna feel like shit. Because we were just sitting around this giant old wooden table. Usually at a place like that, you're on the floor, and it was so cool, man, to be immersed in like the actual culture instead of just being in like a
touristy trap.
going to the venue, loading in, sound check, play, on to the next.
Yeah,
it was one of the, and we did pretty well over there. It was a, I never took it for granted. As much as I wish I appreciated this stuff more in the moment, I never was like, like in the United States, I don't want to be playing in freaking Sandusky, Ohio on a Tuesday in February to like 40 people.
Sure.
That I can do with it, but like shit like Japan, I soaked it in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's so much talent over there too. Like, there's so many good bands over there.
Dude, punk rock is so massive there, man. We met so many good people,
Talented.
so many awesome bands.
Yeah.
Man,
dude,
I don't know if it's a culture thing, but they are more meticulous with their artistry.
Yeah.
Japanese people, I think, care more because we would always fuck up and just be like, oh, well, who cares?
For sure. Yeah, no, they're
And
tight. They're
like,
tight as
they were like
fuck.
surgeons with their instruments.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've missed that place so much, man. I think I'm hoping 2030, so 6 years, we'll do our like that will be 20 years since the first time we went to Japan. So that's my goal, 2030.
Dude, how wild is that? 2030. It'll be fucking 20 years since.
And it's only 6 years away, man.
Yeah,
It's
and
wild.
it's gonna go by fast for sure. Dude,
but yeah.
did
Other
you
than that,
guys play Osaka?
Yeah.
That was my favorite place in Japan. I played a couple places.
Osaka's awesome, man.
Osaka is amazing.
Man, I don't recall any cities I was in Japan where I was like, this sucks. Like, nothing is sketchy.
Yeah.
It's always open. You can always get food and drinks. Everybody's friendly. If I'm in like Frankfurt, Germany, I won't even want to leave my hotel room if it's like past 5 o'clock. I'm like, there's a lot of places where, obviously the U.S. because we're a walking death trap, but But like Japan, I always felt super safe.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Loved every bit of it.
And it's so clean. Everything is clean.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You gotta carry
We
your,
did- yeah, we
carry
did
your
that.
trash in your pocket.
What was that?
You gotta carry your trash in your pocket when you walk around.
Oh yeah, like I didn't even throw cigarettes on the ground in
No.
Japan.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
was like, I'm
want
not
to.
gonna
You
take
don't
my
want to.
pocket.
Like,
Yeah,
you
I'm not
look
gonna
over-
disrespect this wonderful place.
Yeah, for sure, man. What was your first opinion when you saw the Eiffel Tower? Did you see it at night or during the day, or both?
I think we passed by it. I always just slept in the van. I was like, this traveling stuff sucks. But
Oh, I thought you
remember
guys. I
seeing
thought you
it.
guys were in Paris for like a couple days now. Or
I mean, no, that was our last tour.
Oh,
we've been
okay,
we've been to Paris. I don't know how many times we played Paris. 10 maybe.
yeah.
But
Okay, but it was
But,
one.
yeah,
Of,
no,
it was
we-
one of. It was always one of those spots where you stopped, you played, and you went.
yeah,
I got you.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
I got
we played. It was like a pub. It was right next to the Moulin Rouge, which was cool, and they had decent beef tartare. So that was cool. But like,
Was it in a, was it like a basement club?
I don't really remember. It was like with like a screamo band. I don't know if I think it might have been like IC Stars or something. But it was a good show.
No shit.
But I do not like Paris. I mean, we're being candid here.
Dude, it's kind of
It's
sketchy. It's very sketchy.
Yeah, it's super sketchy.
Yeah.
It's dirty as hell. The
It
entire
is.
city smells like piss, and everybody's a dickhead.
Yeah, for sure.
It is so
Oui,
like
oui.
compact and like.
That's why I wanted
Dude,
to ask you
it's-
about the Eiffel Tower, because it represented everything I thought of Paris. When I saw it during the day, I'm like, oh, no. I saw it at night, and I'm like, wow, that's gorgeous. I saw it during the day, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
we
wow,
did,
that
like, the
is a
pictures.
rusty piece of shit.
Yeah. No, I could do without Paris. I have a lot of Parisian friends, and
Yeah.
they're nice, but like the majority of people there just can't be fucking bothered because it's all tourists bothering.
Dude.
You know, I get annoyed when I see pedal taverns here and like groups of bachelorette parties and like with all the white cowboy hats and the cut up. Like,
Sure.
dude, and I've only been here 2.5 years. I can't imagine what Parisians feel like, you know. So,
Dude,
But, like,
all I knew
just-
about Paris is it was like there was a lot of stabbings at night, and then a lot of snobby people.
we almost
during
got
the
robbed
day.
a couple of times.
Yeah.
But
There was
Man.
a lot of muggings, man. Snobby people and
Yeah.
muggings.
yep. I always say Paris is the Jersey of Western Europe.
Dude, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, it is like the butthole.
For sure.
But hey, love the food, love the wine, love
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere else in France is beautiful, man. It's so,
It's pretty
I mean,
gritty, man. I have some really good
It is.
friends from Paris. They're amazing people, and they're really talented punk rock musicians. And like I feel like that area does breed some like good gritty fucking bands.
oh yeah. It's like when people have this Parisian experience and like people are going on these vacations, like they're
Yeah.
you're not seeing the real. There's endearing things about like like I said, I'm moving to Scotland. I'm moving to Glasgow because it's very similar to Boston. It's like rugged, kind of sketchy. People there are like they'll tell you how it is, but then they'll kiss you on the cheek after. Like
Sure.
it's very similar to where we're from. Paris is just people who are just fed the fuck up with anybody who's not from Paris. So it's a little bit like colder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never felt.
I heard
comfortable there.
surrounded by farmers spraying poop everywhere right now.
Yeah, there's that
What,
outside of
Paris?
like Normandy and stuff.
Oh.
But not in
Oh,
Paris.
yeah?
Yeah. Not
Normandy?
in Paris.
Normandy?
Well, yeah, like the farm
Oh.
outside of that. Oh. I'm
Well,
lost.
if you sprayed poop all over Paris, it wouldn't smell any different than it does now.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of strange smells in Paris for sure.
Oh.
Oui.
Oh man, I do. Like, thing is, like, I miss bits of it. I hate the fact that I never really had that much money and I was always tired and whatever. But man,
Yeah.
I do miss being in a different place every day sometimes. But
Yeah.
now, as an older adult with like a somewhat normal semblance of a life, I can just, if we have gigs somewhere, I just make a trip out of it. Or I actually just went to a wedding over in the UK So if I miss it, I can go now, and I don't have to play shows. Like, you know how awesome it is to be a full-time touring musician your entire life until you're in your early 30s, and then now you can go somewhere and don't have to sell shirts.
You don't have to work.
Yeah, dude.
No, that's pretty amazing. I do not know how that feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Man,
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
because you stop by so many places for a short amount of time, and like you're holding your wallet, you're fucking trying to just be as
yeah, you're going to either you're staying at somebody's house who's a friend of a friend, and you gotta just go drop your bags off, take a quick shower, get to the venue. Like, you know how it is. Like,
for sure.
This is when bus call is, because we have to leave Switzerland to get to Czech Republic. I was about to say Czechoslovakia. But like, then, all right, so we have such and such hour in a travel day, so we have to leave at 2 a.m. after the show. So we'll go have a couple beers, leave, and drive at the exact amount of time we have to leave to get to the next show for loading. Like, you try to squeeze in as much gigs as you can with this little, recreational time, because we're there doing a job.
Yeah, for sure.
But
it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling when it's not completely independent and you're putting up your own money, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes you'll take a trip and you'll make out all right, but sometimes you won't. And when you get on a label and you can travel, and that's one less thing you have to worry about. But it is a job.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's good because it takes the financial stresses away. In the instant. But I mean, nothing's free. Like, you got to pay every cent back.
Absolutely.
And so like, I posted something like, and this is just the industry. It's no fault to, any labels or anything, but I put out a song and I get 1 million streams on it. Yeah. And I haven't gotten a red cent from that song or from any of the other ones that are 1 million.
Dude. So, yeah.
But hey, maybe in like 25 years, I'll get a steady, every third of the year, I'll get a steady check of like $8.
Yeah. yeah. Well, dude,
kids, if you want to make money, either be insanely good at music or just go to trade school or college.
Yeah, and because what you're doing, you have to love it. You have to love doing it. Yeah. And
that's why we fell out of love with the touring thing, obviously. Sure. I'm always talking to the guys. We still have a group chat, so every once in a while I'm like, hey, it's the Kids Can't Lose lineup from like 2007. What if we just put out a song?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, nah. Everybody's like, leave it there, leave it there.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But then all the songs that I would use for them.
Is Nevada in that group text?
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. He's a nut. He's a nut job, but I love him.
Dude, he is a professor at my jiu-jitsu school.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's an animal, dude. I love him.
He is. He's
so,
the best.
But I'm gonna say that, fucking wise up, put something out together.
Yeah, I know. I want to. I'm like, but then I like the song, like a lot of the songs that I'm like, this would make a good Lost Words song. It translates well to, the songs that I'm trying to shop out to people here.
Sure.
Structurally, it's so similar.
Yeah.
Instead of power chords, you play it on an acoustic.
Well, dude, like as a writer too, that's gotta be pretty like challenging. Like, because you write something that you want to sell and you want other people to play it, but you have your heart with this band, and you're like, "Fuck, we can play the shit out of this."
But, I mean, it's as much as I'm like, I'm just like, guys, what do you think? And they're like,
yeah, come on, motherfucker.
I guess it's the whole. I know. Maybe we'll have to wait for like some milestone, and I'll fucking convince them.
Yeah, I have faith.
Well,
that could happen.
I mean, how many milestones do you need? Next year, it's 25 years.
That's fucking wild.
Just see, I'm just thinking about this now, dude, actually. Next year is 25 years. I'm going to make them. You heard it here first. I'm going to make them try. And there's no guarantees because, like, I think Maddie would be down, but everybody else is like, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, come on.
If I can convince 3 40-year-old men,
fuck.
But I don't know.
Dude, I'll work. I'll try my best too on my end.
All right. Yes. Get in Nevada's ears.
Let's wrangle them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
It'd be fun,
I'll be very obnoxious.
Especially because I mean, I'm only speaking for myself, but I can only assume that I have gotten a lot better at my craft,
Yeah, I bet.
and
Sure.
I think it would be cool, but you never know.
Mike, you're like a black belt.
Unlikely.
You're like a black belt. I'm gonna put that in those terms for Nevada. I'll be like, Mike's like a black belt at writing music, bro.
I'm trying. I wouldn't go that far. What's the one before black belt?
Brown belt.
I'm the brown belt guy right now. I hope.
Well, it's always good to be humble.
Yeah.
Always be humble.
Fucking A.
Dude, you know there's a coral belt?
yeah.
After black belt, there's a coral belt in jiu-jitsu.
No shit.
Yeah, there's only like 56 of them in the country.
No way.
Yeah, it's wild. Just
That's cool. Have you met anybody with a coral belt?
Just a tidbit. Well, oh god, this sounds so disrespectful. It's not that I didn't want to meet him. It's because my time is so limited. I spread myself too thin, and so where Nevada teaches, he teaches at Torrent Jiu-Jitsu in Hanover, like fucking hello boys. And but one of the gyms that is tied to it is this guy named Luis Paulo, and he runs a gym in Norwood, and he's like old school Gracie, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu,
awesome.
and he's a coral belt. He's like one of like maybe 60 in the world.
That's insane.
Yeah. And I know.
I wish I knew more about that shit.
Dude, I know Nevada's met him. Nevada's met him.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Dude, what were you gonna? You wish you knew more about that?
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about boxing or jiu-jitsu or anything. I'm
Sure.
man. I think I would be okay at it.
I think
I've never
you would too, dude.
dove into it.
Well, dude, honestly, I think there's a tie there between like writers in general, whether it's literature or music, and jiu-jitsu practitioners. Like, there's a tie there because there's room to be creative, but like there's I don't know, it has its similarities.
Structure and form and
yes, like the personality types I feel like match really well with it.
I'll have to. Nevada's choked me out at least once, probably twice.
Yeah,
I know it's working.
Yeah, that dude's an animal.
Yeah, he's a nut.
He just he got his purple belt like a few months ago.
Did he?
Yeah, and he'll probably be a brown belt like soon. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. He thrives with that stuff, man. He's a really good teacher.
He had a bum knee too, and he had to get knee surgery, and he's recovered well from that.
Yeah. I saw him limping around, and he had to get his surgery.
Yeah, and Marky had to get. I think it directly correlates to the lifestyle of being a touring musician. Like Marky needed spinal surgery, probably from
the guitar.
Years
Is it from the guitar, like hanging?
No, from sleeping in a van and on floors for 15 years, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like my body's falling apart. I think it ages you physically and mentally. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I mean, you're experiencing so much, man, in a short amount of time. Like,
I mean, it's a whirlwind. Parts are unforgiving to your physical and mental well-being, but also, fuck it. You only live once,
dude.
I wouldn't do anything different. Well, if I did anything different, I would make sure that we had somebody on top of our financial shit. So maybe I'd have a nice little nest egg.
Yeah, sure.
But other than that. A lot of beers, a lot of cities.
Yeah.
Kissed a couple pretty girls. So.
Well, you know what, dude? I think a lot of musicians that a lot of musicians hit that idea where finances. I mean, that's a hard thing to fucking balance when you're doing that.
Man, it's all hindsight. Man. When you're a kid,
is it a 360?
It's an adventure
it's like a
when
360 deal, right? Like when you're going in with these labels, like it's a kind of a 360 deal. They put a lot out, and like you got to pay them back for a certain amount, and then you make up money other ways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we would make obviously off merchandise and guarantees and stuff, but when it comes to promotion and travel and everything, unless you really pop off, you're not gonna come out of there sitting pretty, I'll tell you that. But like I said, it's the opportunity. And when you're that young, it's just an adventure. You're like, fuck it, let's go. It's like anything else with life. Like, oh, if I
Right.
had if we had the same mindset now when we were, in 2008, it'd be different. But
Yeah.
that's life, man.
Dude, that's totally life, and that happens to fucking almost everybody, dude. It's like the really like small percentage, and there's a reason why those small percentages make it, and it's not always because of great music and great writing. I think that's probably the most frustrating thing about it.
It's like it's a mixture of luck and I don't know, man. There's
Talent,
so many things
luck,
have to align.
Selling your soul.
Dude, it's talent, luck,
Selling your
fortune,
soul.
working hard, selling your soul.
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
hey,
yeah.
it's led me to here. It let me know. I've never had anything else that I wanted to do other than like write music.
Yeah.
At first I wanted to perform it, and then when we get jaded and beaten down, I'm like, well, I still want to be involved with music, but I never want to tour again. So
Of course.
luckily,
Yeah.
I've worked a lot. I've worked hard and a lot at my songwriting as a skill,
Yeah.
like as songmanship and
Yeah.
my lyricism, and I think that's why I would never be the guy that writes like Neon Sign, Bush Light Girl, hit single. Like,
Dude, I will
I've
slap
worked-
you. I will slap you if
Yeah.
you do that.
I've worked too hard. I've worked too hard to like.
No, you're way better than
in
that.
my own perspective.
You're way better than that.
But yeah, man. Other than that, things are good here, man. Getting steadily home is like I got a freaking for the first. I'm growing a garden right now. Like I got fucking bunch of wax beans growing. I got yellow watermelon. I got beets. I've got a chili pepper plant. Man, I'm like
That's
I'm like a
amazing.
grandma right now.
Dude, you're doing everything that you want to do, and like it kind of I just wanted to touch back real quick. Like honestly, like there are so many bands that were in worse predicament. Like you guys navigated your career like very well to the point where like you and Maddie are doing whatever the fuck you want. Like you lived and you learned shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think like I think him already being here was one of the bigger reasons I said fuck it and came. I mean I knew a lot of people here anyway, but he's doing really, really well with his management company, Reclaim Music Group, and
Reclaim, right.
Yeah, he's crushing it, man, and we're the only ones dumb enough to have stuck with music as a career choice, and everybody else is doing awesome. But I wouldn't want to be doing anything else.
You shouldn't,
Sorry,
dude.
I'm, like, cleaning shit.
No, like you can't go as far as you've gone and not just be all in, man. Like
I'm too committed. Committed now.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to be able to I have co-writes and I have credits with a bunch of different things, and it's all I wouldn't be part of something I'm not proud of, but I have some really, really cool shit coming up that I'm really excited. I think it's fine. Like it's such a slow going process when you're starting out this type of career, even whatever accolades you have, because there's probably 5,000 other guys from the alternative rock community here trying to do the same thing.
Oh, dude, I can only imagine the competition is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, you're one of those guys that like the competition doesn't matter. You do what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is some people look at it as a for me, it's like you do your thing. I wish you the best, unless you suck at life, and then I hope you have to go back home filled with shame. But
for sure,
nah, man, it should be celebrate everybody else's successes and wish everybody the best, and that's what I do, and it's starting to roll, man. It's starting to roll. Like I can, my deadline for moving overseas and starting to do it there is September, but I think if everything goes according to plan with these new projects, I can be out of here, in less than a year. And then, because the whole point is I just want to establish myself. And, it's like I said, it's like a $30 flight to London from Glasgow, $30 to Birmingham.
That's fucking
And that's
wild.
and then work with people there. So that's the plan.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
By
That's
the way, I
amazing.
got these things. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, but it's the most Tennessee treat in the world. You ever had a banana moon pie?
No,
Not
no.
a long
Oh, dude,
time.
I'll eat one though.
I'm gonna mail you a box of banana moon pies. That you'll have to message me your address because they're the fucking best.
I'm at a different address from when you mailed me the Jay Jansen shirt, so yeah, I'll have to send you a different one.
Hell yeah!
Dude,
Sorry,
banana
I'm
moon
running.
pie, that sounds kind of fucking good.
Oh, they're the best.
Dude, I got
All right,
a
I'm so-
question to ask you. What was it?
What?
How did you feel when you first heard your song on the Super Bowl? A
it was
Lost
cool.
for Words
I-
was playing at the Super Bowl.
That was cool, man. I remember it had happened. Whoever was doing the sound for the NFL,
Yeah.
like I remember it like popping up on Twitter that they would play like Man Overboard or Transit or something.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
And then remember it was after they kicked a field goal.
Yeah.
It was a Patriots Super Bowl, and then they played Distance, like while the field goal was like before they cut to commercial. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? It was like surreal,
Yeah.
especially because it was the Pats.
Dude, the
But, yeah, I
Patriots
was
Super Bowl. This dude, motherfucker from the South Shore of Boston.
It was cool, man. I have the videos saved on my phone still.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you do.
I can send it to you.
Please do, man.
It's cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Where were you?
Yeah.
When were you when that happened?
Fuck, I don't know. Oh, I was just at a buddy's house. Remember, because we're neurotic, like we all would stand around the TV
Yeah.
and in a row, strategic order, all of us. So if you run out, you got to piss, you run back to the position you were at between, so and so and so and so. Because if the Patriots lose, it's our fault for moving our order of people.
Sure.
And I
Is
remember
it
that.
neurotic?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all have our things. It's like a playoff beard.
Oh, I
But
thought you meant
we-
neurotic, the band.
Oh no, yeah, but I think we won the Super Bowl because we stayed in the same order.
I think so. Well, yeah. What the fuck? What year was that, dude?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many Super Bowl
Yeah, I
Super
know.
Bowl victories. It's hard to.
That's how badass.
Not for a long
fucking-
time. I mean, Jesus, we're fucked now, but
New England's the best. Yeah, until now.
yeah.
But dude, yeah, you guys were played at the Super Bowl during like the
That was
prime
cool, man.
prime years, man.
It was there's cool little tidbits like that. Like I have my mementos saved, and I like I said, I have the picture of us signing that first record deal and little
Nice.
tidbits like that.
Yeah.
Have like yeah, because I remember the first time they played us during a football game, and like the Twitter was popping off, and I was like, that's fucking cool. It doesn't mean we made it. I think I got like $1 for that, but
Really?
fucking, oh, we didn't really get any money from that. I mean, you got to think we probably just now are recouping money that we owe to the label,
Sure. Okay.
so anything you're making is not off royalties. Think about it, like you're getting fractions of a cent for each play.
Oh, you didn't.
like,
I think
say-
you might have did you post something after that, like saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. All right.
I think it was like I got no more than $6 for this. I promise you. I think or something like that. But it's fine. That's the nature of the industry.
Yeah.
It's cool to say it happened,
Dude, that's no, that's an amazing thing to say it happened for sure.
Yeah.
But fuck them,
That's
man.
what,
like you did.
That's why everybody tours so fucking much.
Oh, you should have got
And,
paid for that.
because
fuck them.
That's how you get money. You get money from your guarantee, and you get money from selling T-shirts.
Yeah.
You're unless you're like a Jimmy Eat World, you're not making money from a label.
Right, and that's like the whole nature of the 360 deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Jimmy,
But,
I was just listening to Jimmy Eat World the other day. Like, oh my god.
Oh man, when Bleed American came out,
Yeah.
oh my god, that was a life-changing record for me.
For sure, dude. Yeah.
That whole era.
Yeah.
That was
absolutely.
probably had to be 20 years ago now, right? Maybe even more.
Yeah, probably more. Yeah, 20 or more. Yeah.
'Cause I'd never really heard a sound like that before, Like
Yeah.
growing up, I was like Fat Records, Hellcat Records, Epitaph Records, Skater Punk kid. I remember getting made fun of for listening to Less Than Jake because I have horns, you know. But then, like, you know, bands, you know, like Newfound Glory came out, the Starting Line. I was getting real into the more melodic shit, and
Yeah.
yeah, man, it was. I think that shapes, you know, how we. Because you remember, A Lost for Words used to be like we were kind of like a screamo band in the early 2000s, and like 2003, 2004,
Yeah.
and then we moved into that pop punk sound. Not like cornball pop punk, but
Yeah. No.
yeah, I think I had to do with a lot with like I was listening
Cornball or biscuit tones.
to cornball.
Yeah, man.
But no,
Danny was playing you back then. Danny Poole.
yeah. He's a tremendous songwriter. I haven't seen or listened to any of the music that if he's, you know, been writing lately, but I remember I still have the file before he decided to leave the band, which I think was 2005.
Yeah.
The last song he wrote that we were going to use.
Oh.
And it still is, like, it's my favorite thing he's ever done.
Oh, you should hit him up and tell him to, like, do like a fucking, what is it, collaboration with him. Do it.
And put out that song.
I bet it's
like,
amazing.
Dude, yeah, and he was light years ahead of me. You know,
he's a talented motherfucker, that guy.
He is, yeah. But man, I now I gotta find that song and give it a spin.
Oh, you totally.
There's so many things I should probably show you.
Please, please send that to me, man.
And I know he used like tidbits from it on that first Lions record too.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What? He wrote for Lions and played in the band for a while.
Yeah. Him and Brandon Davis, I think, started that band, and that was. He also did. He did a band briefly with some of the Junction 18 dudes called Snakes in Suits.
Oh no! Was that with like Ryan McHugh or?
I don't know. It might have been with Johnny Menton.
God, that sounds familiar.
Steve Delaney was in there.
Dude,
like,
I love those dudes.
Yeah. And people forget Steve was our drummer for like a few years.
Great drummer, man.
Great guy, great drummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's funny because just reliving these things with you, you know, I haven't thought of it in a while.
Well, I hope it's a good thing. It should
is.
be.
It's a fantastic thing.
Yeah, it should be.
I got to reach out to Danny and Steve after this.
Dude, I miss him, man. He's such a good guy.
He is, man.
And he's done a lot with music too. I'd like to get him on here too.
You should. I mean, you should absolutely reach out to him.
Yeah, I was talking to him up until a couple of years ago, but we haven't really talked much. And he doesn't really put himself out there either. So.
No, he's just off the grid family man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. What, you know, if I went that route, I'd be doing the same thing too.
Totally.
You know.
Yeah, I respect both routes, man. Dude, I think between you and Danny, man, like your personalities and the way you guys write music, I feel like that perfectly molded what was to come for Lost Words.
Yeah, we always, you know, we grew up together. You know, he lived down the street from me. I spent most of my young adulthood at his house partying and chilling and
on Rock Street.
Yep, Block Street. Hell yeah.
Block,
and,
yeah.
Yeah. And then, we always meshed really well together musically too. Because I remember when he lived in Quincy years later, I went and wrote like 7 songs with him. And this is another memory I practically forgot about. Now I want to hear those roughs of those songs we made.
Dude, hit us. Let's hear it all.
Yeah, I know. But yeah.
So you guys wrote like 7 other songs with each other for.
Yeah. We were just like shooting the shit and brought my acoustic over and he had his acoustic, and it's when he lived with Brian from Boys Like Girls.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
And we were just all chilling and fucking around. Yeah, man.
And
wow.
and you
that had to have been. God damn, that was probably like. I don't know. That was probably 15, 18 years ago too. Life goes by fast, boys.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild, man. But it's good when you revisit some of the stuff that you were doing because you realize. That
man.
You know.
Like most of my memories pertaining to music in my life are very positive and endearing memories to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, dude, you've had one hell of a journey thus far, and it's not even over, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hopefully, like I said, you know, that I stay going like this. I don't get too burnt out, and like I said, it's just a more comfortable thing for me to be sitting in a room with somebody and writing a song than to be on the road.
For sure.
And like I said, at first I was nervous coming here, being like, is it like small fish, big pond thing? But everybody thinks the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
Yeah.
Unless there's like some people, as with everything, they write a song like we've been talking about, Chevy Silverado,
Yep. Yep.
uh, whatever, and then they get a pub deal, and then they start thinking they're hot shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, you're a dork. Everybody thinks you're a dork.
Yeah, for
So
sure,
there's
man.
those people, but the majority, I've made a million friends here doing the same thing as me, and we all, root for each other and help each other out. Like, oh, do you have any contact for here? And it's cool, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
It's been a very positive experience being here. You just got to make the jump, You just got to say, fuck it, I'm leaving tomorrow and get there. If you are able to, like, I don't have any kids I'm aware of, so I was afforded the ability to just get out. Yeah, and that's the same thing I'm doing. Like, it's been amazing, but I'm ready to, I put a lot of work into this, and now I'm ready to just go be kind of left alone in Scotland and get work when I want to. I'm like I just want to get a metal detector and go, dig for like medieval swords.
Go dig for old
and
bottles
and shit, dude.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
great, dude. Just wander the fucking coast and just like, yeah.
It's all little baby steps to get there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, you're doing
All right,
everything.
guys.
You're doing it, man. And I thank you for coming on tonight. There's so much
Yeah,
more.
dude. I would stay, but this chicken's probably close to done, and my phone's at just.
No,
gave me
it's
a
time to
10%.
eat. It's time to eat,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, I just wanted to say real
Yeah.
quick though, dude. Like the difference between you and other people that move to Nashville that are like they're in the industry standard, they're a dime a dozen. They're all just there and they're competing and eating each other. But guys like you're
Yeah.
a real artist. You're a really talented songwriter, and that isn't even with your own peripheral. Like you don't like that. They do their thing. You
Yeah.
do yours, and as long as you're doing you, Mikey, you
Right.
you will be
just
fine.
be authentic. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't step on anybody's toes. Lift each other. Help each other. It should be like I want everybody to eat mindset. I wouldn't take food off somebody else's plate or
Yeah.
it's just I would say the experience here, there is a lot of that, like bullshit LA mindset, but then you gravitate to people who you can
Collaborate
you
with.
enjoy their presence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even collaborate with, like not even like mutually benefit, which is great. But just people that you want to surround yourself with in general, just like if
Yeah. Well, I
personality wise, like
think that's the circle that you'll make them the best, beautiful piece of art you could make with.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. If there was a God, I'd say God willing, but there isn't, so it's all up to me.
Well, hey, man, thanks again for doing this, and I hope let's do it again sometime, please.
Absolutely, I would
Yeah,
love to
thanks
do
a
it.
lot.
Like in maybe a few months, I can give an update, and I can then tell more stories instead of just rambling about nonsense and dropping chickens all over the place.
Let's do both. Let's ramble about new stories and drop chickens.
All right, man. I hope you gave you some decent content to cut around, and I appreciate you asking me. And
Oh, dude, it's just,
we'll have to.
go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no, we'll have to do this again at some point soon, and I'm gonna. Before I forget, I'm gonna try and dig for that old song Danny wrote and send it to you because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, please do, man. And as far as the good content goes, dude, this show is like our music. It's therapy. It's for us. It's all good content.
All right.
Hard
Good. I enjoyed it, man. I had a good time talking to you guys.
Yeah, man.
life.
Thank you, man.
All right, cheers, guys. Have a good one.
You too, brother.
Pick 'em, and I'm gonna kick 'em, 'cause I'm a from an earthman